Stage 17 takes us to one of La Vuelta's most iconic climbs, the Angliru. After their latest demonstration, Jumbo-Visma are looking unbeatable, but how will they play things tactically today? On the last visit to Angliru, Jonas Vingegaard and birthday boy Sepp Kuss were simple lieutenants for Primož Roglič. This year, the trio are dominating the GC.
For sure, we are stronger now. Back then, Primož was in the red jersey, and I mean now we are 1, 2, and 3 in the GC, and we will try to defend our position in the general classification.
Is there a tactic, or will the legs do the talking?
Yeah, I think the legs will do the talking. It's a very honest climb in the end, so you cannot hide anywhere.
One man who could disrupt their plans is Remco Evenepoel, who's already won 2 stages, although the Belgian champion, who's now a long way back overall, is also targeting the polka dots.
I think it's important to try to be in the break and take the points on the first 2 climbs, and then we have to see and wait the situation from behind, depending what the GC teams will do. But I think it's quite important, and I try to take the maximum of the points on the first 2 climbs today.
Angliru hosts a Vuelta stage finish for the 9th time today, having first featured in '99. There are 3 riders in the peloton who've won on the famous climb: Hugh Carthy, Kenny Elissonde and Wout Poels. They all have fond memories of a day that marked their careers, and they'd love to be up there again today.
Yeah, really good memories, so I really look forward to go again. Yeah, I feel good. Yesterday was a really good day. I had a good leg, so hopefully today we can repeat it.
Le vélo, il a bien changé en 10 ans, j'aimerais bien, mais c'est court. J'ai l'impression que Visma va gagner tous les jours, je sais pas, ils sont forts. Et même maintenant, on voit les coureurs qui partent en échappée maintenant. Voilà, j'ai dû parler avec Remco avant, il est motivé comme jamais pour avoir des points. Donc même si je me retrouve en échappée avec lui, ça va être compliqué. Donc, mais on espère toujours, sinon on ne prend pas la ligne de départ.
Stage 17 is another short one of just 125 kilometres with a very tough final. There are 2 Cat 1 climbs before we even get to the Angliru. It's 12.4 kilometres at an average of 9.8%, and it just keeps getting harder with passages at over 20%. Only a rider at the top of their game will be able to conquer the monster of the Asturias. Well, as promised, Evenepoel was quickly on the move, and he kept attacking until he found himself in this 3-man breakaway. There were almost 60 kilometres to cover before the first climb, but at this speed, it didn't take them long. Not too many riders seem to fancy the prospect of a fight with Evenepoel, especially with Jumbo-Visma keeping him on a tight leash. So, in the end, the Belgian champion only had 2 companions, his Soudal Quick-Step teammate Mattia Cattaneo and Italian Neopo Lorenzo Germani of Groupama FDJ. The road soon began to climb.
We commence the first climb of the day, the Alto della Colla d'Aia. This first category climb, 7.8 kilometres long.
A few riders tried but failed to bridge across to the front group, and Germani was soon dropped. Further back, there was a first bit of GC movement.
Marc Soler has decided that he wants to try something on this first categorised climb of the day.
Soler setting off on a solo chase. He trailed the Soudal Quick-Step duo by around a minute as they approached the summit of the first climb.
10 points into the pocket of Remco Evenepoel. He crossed the top of the Alto della Colla d'Aia first, alongside his teammate Mattia Cattaneo.
Cattaneo doing a fine job for his team leader on the ensuing descent and the road to the second climb. Evenepoel was still a few minutes clear of the peloton and resisting the chasers. Soler had linked up with Germani and Eduardo Sepulveda, but they weren't getting any closer as Remco decided to go solo.
It's a tap on the arm from Remco Evenepoel to Mattia Cattaneo, and now Remco Evenepoel flies up this penultimate climb of the day.
Soler refused to give up, catching and dropping Cattaneo. Evenepoel still had over 2 minutes on the peloton though, now being driven by Bahrain Victorious on behalf of Mikel Landa, Wout Poels and Santiago Buitrago. The Belgian picked up another 10 points at the summit of the Alto del Cordal, so job done for the polka dot jersey. But the bunch was starting to close in and they soon caught Soler. Angliru looming into view, shrouded in mist. Evenepoel still led by 1 minute and 20 seconds at the foot as he embarked on 12 of the most punishing kilometres in cycling. The former world champion was eventually caught with just over 5k to go, heading into the steepest part of the climb, with Romain Bardet looking to up the tempo.
Another acceleration from Romain Bardet.
The Frenchman was soon reeled in by Wout Poels, who was setting a furious pace at the front of this rapidly dwindling group. GC riders like Juan Ayuso, Enric Mas and Kian Uterbroeks couldn't hold on. However, Kuss, Vingegaard and Roglic were riding the Bahrain victorious train behind Poels, Buitrago and Landa. Only 6 left at the front, 3 from each team. Jumbo-Visma just biding their time, with Roglic attacking inside 3 kilometres and dropping the Bahrain victorious trio. His 2 teammates did manage to catch up, although Kuss couldn't quite hold the wheel in the final kilometres as Roglic and Vingegaard opened a small gap. Kuss joined by Landa as the winners of the Giro and the Tour approached the finish line.
200 metres to go, and it's Primož Roglic who's coming down the descent, down the other side of the Alto dell'Angliru. The mythical stage awaits, and it's Primož Roglic who's victorious at the top of the Alto dell'Angliru.
Another day, another win for Jumbo-Visma, their 5th of the race so far, and another 1-2-3 to boot. Kuss couldn't quite celebrate his birthday with victory, but he keeps the red jersey, while Roglic triumphed on the legendary climb of Angliru. It's the Slovenian's 12th Vuelta stage win, his 14th of the season. All 3 riders putting more significant time into their GC rivals.
I mean, on the last climb, it's just, the way or on the point I went is just so hard and so steep. I just did my own tempo, and then the climb will tell who is the first, second.
Roglic and Vingegaard coming in 19 seconds clear of Kuss and Landa. Poels and Almeida were the only other men within a minute, followed by Uterbroeks and Buitrago. Ayuso and Mas both lost over 1 minute and 40 seconds. The gap between Kuss and Vingegaard is down to just 8 seconds. Roglic is 1 minute and 8 back, with Ayuso still the next best man at exactly 4 minutes. Caden Grove still has the green jersey somewhere in that mist, although Evenepoel slightly cut the gap today to 76 points. The Belgian's closing on victory in the mountains classification. With today's haul, he now leads Vingegaard by 40 points. Ayuso held on to the white jersey, but he did lose a few seconds to Uterbroeks. The gap between the Spaniard and the Belgian is now 2 minutes and 43 seconds. There are more mountains to come tomorrow, with 5 climbs and an unprecedented summit finish to La Cruz de Linares. And given Jumbo-Visma's dominance, any potential stage winners will no doubt be seeking success from the breakaway.